take questions for Brian.
So Brian, sort of a new era with you, with a new coach, new coordinator, new scheme. How are things going so far?
Going really good. We've had the past couple of months to watch a lot of film and go over, the new schemes and meetings. It's a lot of fun. It's fast-paced and, it's fun to run. It's having a good day.
What do you think are some of the things that play to the skill set, strength of your personnel on the line?
Well, we just got a lot of big guys, and we're focusing a lot on double teams and just really, taking care of the first line, the defensive line and that first line of scrimmage. And at least for like the skills, we got a lot of fast guys, a lot of really talented athletes, and I definitely think that plays to their strengths as well, just with the pace of the offense.
How did what you learned in the off-season translate into the field today?
Well, we had a lot of time just to kind of watch drill specifically. Like we watched a lot of drill tape with Coach Blesh, which was really helpful. So when we were able to get into drills out here, just based off of past tape he had of drills he's run with O-lines in the past, we've been able to really just kind of run right through them. And it was our first time running a lot of these drills today, but just because of the film we've been able to watch, it's been really easy just to adapt to it.
You sounded pretty vocal out there. What's Coach Blesh to work with? What's it like to work with him?
Oh, it's really fun. Yeah, he's a really active guy. Definitely when we're in team, he kind of lets us run what we need to run and kind of lets us figure it out and kind of waits for the film room for us to really talk about the technicalities, which is nice because it kind of allows us to work together and try to coordinate between the guys a little bit more, and then it leaves us for a ton of space in the film room to really fix up the technicalities.
Without saying better or worse, how is he different from Angus?
Well, I think they're both very vocal coaches. I would say, I think we work a lot of very similar drills, but focusing on kind of different footwork, because it's a different offense. I would say, different techniques and definitely different footwork is pretty much the main difference, I feel.
How is the responsibility different in this offense as opposed to last year's offense, the offensive line speaking?
I would say there's a similar amount of communication. Obviously O-line needs to communicate, but we're not. There's not as much information that we do need to pass along. So it's kind of shorter calls, a little more concise than the last offense, I'd say.
But technically speaking, is it different as far as what you need to do to be successful?
No, I think it's having me think here. I've got to really think back to it. I would just say. It's pushing the first level first, which I think is with every offensive line. I think having a little bit more coordination in pass pro with this new offense.
I was just thinking in terms of having a running quarterback. Does that change at all?
Oh, it makes it more fun for us. Sam is super athletic. He's really good at slinging the ball as well, which is nice. Yeah.
Glad you don't have to tackle him.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Glad I'm an offensive lineman, not a defensive one.
Can you talk a little bit about some of the young offensive linemen? Nick Morrow came in this spring, and then you've got Trent and Jackson, who were developing last year.
Yeah.
What do you see out of them?
I think it's definitely been a big winner. The strength coaches really pushed us. It was definitely one of the harder winners we've had, and I think they really tested a lot of us. And I think you saw guys like Nick came in January, and he really showed up in workouts. And for how young he is, he's really mature, which is very impressive. He's still kind of learning the ropes with O-line, but for how little O-line he's played, he's showing really good progression, I'd say. The young guys, Trent and Jackson, they're doing well. They're getting their reps. They're definitely maturing body-wise. Getting a couple months of training has been really good for him. And then you also got guys like Vati, who's played a lot last year and is continuing to develop. And I think they're looking great. They're maturing with their bodies, their football, and just their personalities. They're great guys to be around.
How did the strength and conditioning emphasis change for the offensive line this season?
I definitely think there was a greater emphasis on conditioning. We're a lot more fast-paced with this offense, and I think it's making sure we're getting to the line and also making sure that as we're getting into like third, fourth quarter, we're still ready to go. So it's kind of like conditioning your strength, where you can still push a defensive lineman in the third and fourth quarter, I'd say.
Specifically, what, more weight training or more other?
Kind of a combination of just kind of more endurance weight training, I'd say. Kind of working not just like bare bones, like just regular bench, but like eccentric and isometric kind of training, and definitely more conditioning as well.
What position are you going to play this year?
Oh man, I'll play whatever helps. You know, I'm really fortunate to have had experience at right guard, center, and left guard over the past 3 years. I'll play whatever helps the team.
Where are you plugged right now?
Today I played left guard and center. Yeah, played a little bit of both.
Does Coach Blesh like to have guys work at different positions? Or
Yes. So every drill, our initial 20 minutes of Indy, we do left-handed stance, right-handed stance, everybody across the line. So, you know, I think that's cross-training is really important because you never know what you're going to play. You know, I mean, look at like last year I played left guard and center. Sindo played left guard, center. Vati played left guard, right guard. Braden was right tackle, left tackle. You know, I think it's obviously very important to cross-train. I think Blesh agrees with that.
How important is it to get maybe that connection with Sam right now playing center?
You know, I think, it's obvious, it's super important. I think it's not just growing that with just like snaps pre-practice and post-practice and during like walkthroughs, but also just kind of in the locker room and just kind of the O-line being around Sam and being around Fernando. It's great. We have a great locker room. You know, everybody hangs out together. You know, we have a great time together, and I think kind of that camaraderie and team building is something that we've always had and something that we're still doing our best to build upon, especially in kind of this new era where you're getting more transfers. And I think one thing that has stayed the same is this locker room is still just a great place to be in, and everybody loves being in the locker room.
What can those explosive plays do for the rest of the offense? Are you guys able to hit on those?
We hit a few on today. It's fun. I mean, it's such a confidence booster. Obviously, those gritty drives where you're going 12 plays, 5 yards are awesome and they wear down a defense. But, explosives win games. I think that you look at the statistics, and the more explosives you have, the better of a chance you have of winning. And I think it kind of it opens up more opens up more stuff for Spav and, calling different plays. And I think it also just it brings you confidence and kind of brings down the defense's confidence.
Thanks, Ryan.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.